The vast majority of people who are stopped and frisked are black and Hispanic. That's because the vast majority of people in New York City who actually commit gun crimes are black and Hispanic. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about that.
How many statistical regressions do we have to run? That's not true. Look, and
yes, that is 96% of all gun assailants in January to June 2008. 95% of all gun assailants in the city of New York are black or Hispanic.
Guys, again, how many regressions do we have to run? Black and Latino folks are overrepresented in being pulled over, in being tried, in being sentenced, in being incarcerated again and again and again and again and again. Run those numbers. You don't believe it. No.
You know why? The reason I don't believe that is because let's take speeding.
Let's agree on facts. That's how we have democracy when we can't.
Right, because you don't care about them and I do. So it is not anybody's fault that 50% of the murders in this country are committed by young black men. It's not the fault of the people who are putting them in prison that those people happen to be black. It's not the fault of the New Jersey Turnpike Police that they're pulling over 23% black men when they did a statistical analysis and found that 25% of the people speeding were black. Okay, again, since 1994, in the 75 largest cities in America, when they analyzed whether there's overrepresentation in crimes that were reported, not just crimes that were charged, crimes that were reported versus the prison population, they found that blacks and Hispanics were statistically underrepresented. The biggest problem for blacks and Hispanics living in the inner city is that there aren't enough police officers there to actually take care of them and police the crime and make their city safe for investment in education.
You look at the at least statistics and you say, oh look, there's a study. Hey, there's a massive overrepresentation. Let's just look at drug crimes, which are the largest proportion. So you don't want to talk about gun crimes, but drug crimes. The predominant reason why people are incarcerated in this country is mostly because of nonviolent drug offenses. And study after study, black and Latino folks far overrepresented in terms of arrests, in terms of charging, in terms of sentences. Get harsher sentences when they're sentenced.
That's not true. That when it comes to college admissions, for example, there are more women than men going to college.
That's correct.
When it comes to graduate schools, there are more women than men going to graduate schools. Yes. Okay, when it comes to jail, which you just cited, the vast, well over 90% of the people in jail are men. Is that because the system is sexist against men? I agree that the jailing system is now sexist against men because there are more men than women in prison. That's really your argument.
No, it does happen to also be the case that more men commit crimes.
More men commit crimes.
The vast majority of people in New York City who actually commit gun crimes are black and Hispanic. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about that.
More men commit crimes.
January to June 2008, 95% of all gun assailants in the city of New York are black or Hispanic.
Guys,
Black and Latino folks commit crimes.
Black and Latino folks are overrepresented in being pulled over, in being tried, in being sentenced, in being incarcerated. No, it does happen to also be the case that more men commit crimes.
There you go.
More black and Latino folks commit crimes.
There you go.